Pardon me, everyone. My dishwasher is loud in the background. Before I get into the topic of what I want to discuss, let me do a few shout outs. So, y'all know that I'm learning to make homemade soap again, right? And since certain people could be spying on me, unless you know me, I won't discuss in what capacity. But here are my two inspirations that made me decide to make soap again. First is Ophelia's. I can speak and testify to her soaps because as of this recording, I still use her soaps. I started buying them in 2024 and I still use them. I think the hallmark of an excellent soaper is knowing when to also order soaps from other companies. And if you've been watching my videos, you know that I went to our Christmas market here at the Kitsap Sun Pavilion in Kitsap County where I live. Excuse the burp. I call Ophelia's the Corvette because that's the top American car for speed. I call her the Corvette of soap making. If you want to know any and everything about making soap from the ins and outs, and you only needed two sources, she's at the top of the list in my opinion. The second soap, or royalty soaps, what sets her apart is that she's like Ophelia, only you'll see her on camera and she has a bit more of a sense of humor about things. She takes things in stride and knows how to reuse soap. So if you're all about recycling soaps, if you made a bad batch or anything, and you're about sense of humor as well, royalty soaps is there. But don't take her sense of humor meaning that she doesn't take soaping seriously, because she knows a whole lot of stuff. Royalty soaps has also become a staple for me, so I'm going to start buying her soaps as well soon. And as I've said, the hallmark of an excellent soaper is buying soap from other soapers, regardless if you know how to make soap. My final shout out is going to be one, because I talk about peace in this video, will be for Hook It Up Homestead. There's nothing more peaceful than growing your own food and having a garden full of your own organically grown food, especially in the times that we live in with uncertainty with food prices. And depending on your climate, I'm willing to bet all of you have at least one thing you can grow in your climate that you love. A food that never gets old for you. And Hook It Up Homestead, let's get her subs up. I think that she has an excellent thing going with her channel, because this growing your own food and having your own organic product on your own property is going to continue to grow as food prices grow. So go look up Hook It Up Homestead, subscribe, learn some things. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. What is peace to you all? We look at this dove and we know biblically what peace meant and what the symbol of that means. Because a dove is a symbol of peace. It has been since the book of Genesis. If you're biblical like me, I know some of you aren't, but this is what I believe. So you can tune out if you feel it gets too religious for you, because that's the only religious component I'm putting to this video. Here's the thing, for those of you who've been watching me for a little while now, you know that I've been sick. I'm increasingly getting colds easier, and I also have had some very bad migraines, which is odd given that before the age of 40 I got headaches, but they couldn't go away. Now as I get in my 40s plus, I'm getting increasing like tension headaches and migraines, things I didn't get as often in the past. So I've been drinking high salt drinks and stuff. So having my peace disrupted while I've been sick has not been helping me. And if you are one of my day ones who understand what's going on in my neighborhood, I ask that unless you came into this late and didn't catch this warning, I'm gonna talk in innuendo. Please don't mention directly the situation that prompted this video. Because I'm the type of person, I wish no harm and ill will on anyone, and I wish the best for people. But I don't wish the best for people at the expense of my peace. Say what you all like. You all know that I am a proponent of protecting your peace. Sometimes you'll let things slide to appease people that you love. And from fall of 2024 up until January of this year, I say fall of 2024, I mean fall of 2014, up until January of this year, I tolerated something for someone I love. And that particular person isn't the person who was causing me the most angst. It was someone around them that was disrupting my peace. But in the name of keeping peace for this person that I love, I kept my mouth shut. The little tit for tattens it's like my every freaking move was being watched, as if someone's telling me, yeah, you moved into this abode, you moved into this place of refuge, but in my opinion, you don't deserve to be here, and I'm going to sit up and watch you and find something to prove you don't deserve it. More than 90% of the time for years, I would avoid it. Simply not so much avoid, but I ignored it because so much was going on. First, we were getting settled in, and then next thing you know, life happened. Busy work schedules, didn't have time to think about the negative. But as my health began to take a decline and I wished to have peace, appeasement, even in the name of loving someone, was no longer a viable solution for me. So for the heck of it, what I would do is tailor my movements to see how certain people would tailor theirs. And lo and behold, they changed their movements according to how I changed mine. And it confirmed what I've known all along. That although I've been quiet, although I've allowed it to slide, no matter what I did, these people were never going to leave me alone. And they always had to have some reason to be in my business. By the time you all get this recording, I've protected my peace by putting checks and balances in place. Again, I ask that you don't put in the chat nor in the comment section the situation I am referring to. It is not the point of me to call people out. I did sort of record this in case something happens, and you can go back to this for those of you who know or are in the know and understand what's happening to me. Once my health took a decline, the ideal of appeasement, even in the name of loving this person, was no longer possible. And after a decade, this person that I love started to see the same thing that I saw and finally agreed. But a decade of patience gave this person time to see that I was not exaggerating. Here's the thing, people who know me know that more than 90% of the time, appeasement is a joke to me. So why did I ask you, what did peace mean to you all? If I asked that question in the beginning, if not, then I'm sorry. Someone doesn't care that you are a nice and quiet person. Some people don't care that you don't wish for unnecessary confrontation. Appeasing them just fuels the fire, because they've made up in their mind that they don't like something about you and that they find something about you intolerable. It could be your skin color, it could be the fact that you're quiet, it could be the fact that you mind your own business. Because in my situation, I'm being watched like a hawk, and I've never really given these people any reason to do so. The time of appeasement is ended for me. This is the last stand of appeasement. If you've been watching my videos, I take a strong stance on a lot of things, and I tell you all, don't appease people because it'll just fuel the fire, and all it'll do is give people more ammunition to keep going in after you because they know they can pull a fast one on you. If people have decided from day one that they have a problem with you, no amount of appeasement's gonna make that problem go away. And again, in this situation, I didn't test the waters to January, and it confirmed everything I knew. Certain people wait for you to slip up because either you move to a neighborhood they don't think you belong in, or a house that they have possession over, and how dare you move into it, or because you look a certain way or act a certain way, or not a busybody getting in gossip. Here's the thing. You can hardly, if ever, speak to a person or not speak to them at all, and they can decide that they need to destroy you. And that even if it means sitting for hours and watching you, they can see that as their life's mission to destroy you for no reason at all. As silly as this sounds, it happened to me for a decade. This a person who, because I love someone, I needed them to sit back for years and see it before we could act. Because the person I love tends to think that I over-exaggerate things. Sometimes you have to have that patience in the name of love. In most cases, people know me. As soon as you show me who you are, I believe you and I'm out. And that should be the same way you all react. I'm telling you right now. Because one of my subs, I won't say who, a person that I absolutely admire her and love her channel, has made mention of this also on their channel, like last year, I think it was, in 2024. And again, up until my health took a decline and I started to get worse in some respects in 2025, I didn't think about it. So I started testing the waters the last 2 to 3 weeks and finally told that person, we're going to put this measure in place. And they'll find out soon enough that that's just one of many measures I'm going to put in place. They will not disrupt my peace anymore. And they are the only ones who have continuously been able to get by with it. And they know who they are. Again, people who know me know I'm not an appeaser. And I make a case to you all, don't appease people. I think it's unfathomable for most of us to think that somebody can want to destroy you just because. And trust me, I'm not saying they don't have a reason. They do. They'll just never tell you and instead play stupid games and think that you don't realize the little thing. Like in my situation where I've come across dead rodents right by my car in the same spot twice, and a wild animal didn't take it, which where I live we have wild owls. But those people know I can't prove that they put those rodents in that place, but they would put them in the exact same spot by my car so that I see it. Yeah, it's some people that are real petty sometimes. And this normally didn't start bothering me until my health took a turn for the worse. Like literally, there's a part of my house right now that it was hard for me up until by the time this video, I hope it's been taken care of and we're putting the measures in place, that I couldn't go for hours without my every move being scrutinized. In a house where I pay bills, I could not be comfortable. Because heaven forbid, I can't be spied on. And again, because of the person who's with me that I love, I put up with it because that person tries to keep the peace with those people. But it was never a thing to me. From day one, they made me uncomfortable. But it was one of those things that when I got into the current place I am, I was healthier and younger and widely ignored it because I had so much going on. Now that I have to be around my home more often because I'm still working on getting better, I got to go do a blood draw right away. The behavior is not tolerable for me anymore. So, what was Tara's solution to no more appeasement? I'm putting my measures in place. I'm going to God in prayer. And I'm never going to use this innuendo as an example again. Understand that you can be the bigger person and ignore something, and somebody can still decide that's not good enough when they want to destroy you. If you're going to ignore people, as I'm planning to in the future, and I won't say on this recording what I'm going to do, put measures in place in case they try things. Because now, with as wicked as this country's getting and as divisive as people are, you can't put anything past anybody, no matter how nice you are. You can sprinkle sunshine and rainbows to the world. Someone doesn't want that sunshine. I knew that years before I moved into this house. And what's been happening to me just confirmed it. I am telling you as my followers, appeasement does not work. It just gives people more license to treat you the way they think you should be treated, as lower than they are, because they've made up their mind they were never going to like you. Take back your peace in whatever form you have to. And know that sometimes taking back your peace means you can't just walk away, and that you've got to put measures in place to protect yourself in case some people can't take the hint and won't leave you alone. And know that it's not your fault and that it is okay to want respect and to be able to enter your space where you pay bills and not have to worry about people's silliness, their childishness, their inability to grow up. The time of appeasement for all of us should end now, because you were never going to please certain type of people. Be safe. Don't be paranoid. Be proactive. Understand your surroundings and your circle. Y'all take care and have a great day.